Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. It's a big news day for all that support this crazy football club, Chelsea Football Club. Oh my God, what a roller coaster we always go down. And you know what, look, it's never boring, is it? It's never boring. I mean, that's the one big thing that we can say is that this football club never leaves you just with nothing to do. Basically, there's always something going on. It's always crazy. It's always controversial. It's always out of this world. So we've got a few things to go over the imminent appointment of Enzo Maresca to Chelsea. I say imminent because it's still not officialized, although the deal is done. And that's what we're going to start off with and get into. So without further ado, let's get into it. Here it is. Chelsea have agreed to appoint Enzo Maresca as new head coach. Here we go. From Fabrizio. Understand the agreement is now done on a contract valid until June 2029. 5-year deal. It will also include an option to extend until June 2030. CFC set to pay compensation fee to Leicester. So, Enzo Maresca on his way to Chelsea. And it is the news that apparently Winstanley and Stewart have flown out to Marbella, so they're going to try and soak in a little bit of sun and, sun, sea, sand, the three S's, right? Over some cocktails. Enzo, you ready to sign? All right, I've brought the contract with me. It's a little wet from the seawater, but don't worry. If you can just sign on that line, mate, nice one. Then we're going to go in for a dip and celebrate in the water. I don't know. When you hear Marbella, you hear beach. So that's what's going on. They've flown out to Marbella to get everything finalised, apparently. Now, there's more details as to what is going to be entailing in this whole deal. The salary and all of this. We're going to get to the length of contract in a bit because we've just read that as well. 5-year deal, maybe even 6. Here's more. Chelsea believe Enzo Maresca is a very talented coach. They like his ideas, his obsession to control the game, dynamic manager, a modern young manager. He will earn 5 million euros per season on a 5-year contract with the option of a 6th. The compensation will be 8 million. So that's the clarity that we've got. Now, if we're going to convert this into pounds, Enzo Maresca's salary will be £4.2 million a year, with some add-ons. Chelsea are expected to pay £8 million to Leicester in compensation, plus some fees on top for other staff. 5-year contract with the option of a 6th. So, there we are. Now, I want to start here. This is why it's a 5-year deal. Because it's costing peanuts to get this guy through the door. Normally, top managers are on 10, 11, 12, 13 million a year, right? Which is why giving Graham Potter 12 million a year on a 5-year deal was financial suicide. That's why it was ridiculous to do that at the time, right? £4.2 million, like I mentioned yesterday. I was expecting around 5 or 6, I'll be honest. It's less. At Leicester, we know for sure he was getting peanuts over there, championship salary, right? So it makes sense. He's been offered this. I'm guessing, right? 4.2. I'm going to guess he's getting double of what he was getting at Leicester. Surely at Leicester, he was getting around 2 million. That's a guess, by the way. I don't know how much he was on, but I'm putting 2 and 2 together. Championship, top end, just been relegated from the Premier League. They had Premier League finances in that team. I'm expecting 2 million a year, right? He's getting double that at Chelsea now. He's going to say yes and he's going to be happy. This is part of the reason why I believe we've even gone for him in the first place. Because, okay, in terms of the fundamentals, right, on a footballing level, yeah, maybe he suits the bill. Maybe he was worked under Pep. He's ultra possession based. He's progressive and he's forward thinking and he's got all the qualities that you'd want in a modern day coach, right? Maybe he ticks all of those boxes. But ultimately, because we've got many young coaches that are heading in that direction. And I think that's evident to see in terms of the way that football is heading in now. And I have to say, from a personal standpoint, I think it's, I want to say it's a bit worrying overall. The direction of football kind of scares me at the moment. It's like, this is Weird. Anyway, I mean, when Bayern Munich, a club like Bayern Munich, get turned down left, right and centre by about 55 million managers, and then they got to go to Vincent Kompany, who got relegated with Burnley, that's something that would never have happened a few years ago. Back in the day, never. But it's happened. So the direction of football is weird at the moment. Anyway, ultimately, this guy, like I said yesterday, is more than happy to come into these circumstances. More than happy. Going to be here at Chelsea on his CV. He's getting paid good money now, right? Something for him that's very decent, right? He's not going to kick up a fuss about anything. We're going to get to that in a sec. He's happy to be here. He's going to take everything on the chin, which means that the board and the owners now know we are not going to get a peep out of this guy. We are not going to get any turbulence. We're not going to get any controversy. He's simply going to execute whatever we tell him to do. Done. So now the owners, the directors have peace of mind, right? In terms of who they've appointed. Now, hold that thought, because I say peace of mind. Maybe they're going to have long amounts of peace of mind, or maybe they don't quite know what might be coming their way. We'll get to that. But let's read more, and then I'll give my overall assessment of what's going on. 5 is not the only length of the contract, but Chelsea could make 5 signings this summer. Maybe more, maybe less. Let's see. But they're looking at a goalkeeper, centre-back, striker, and wingers. Okay. We need a goalkeeper because his football requires an inverted goalkeeper, right? A goalkeeper that's going to join the action. A goalkeeper that's going to come alongside the centre-back at times and join to make a back four, right? That's going to happen. You're going to see that. So we need a goalkeeper that can pass the ball as well as Iniesta, basically. Who is that goalkeeper? I don't know. Can we go for Edison? Can we go for Edison? That would be great. Maybe we go for Ortega. I don't know. Maybe we go to Man City and we try to ship up one of their goalkeepers. Maybe. Centre back, we know we're going to be replacing Thiago Silva or replacing Trevor Chalobah, because Chalobah, bye-bye. He's gone. Him and Gallagher, goodbye. There's no way Chelsea are going to hold back on pure profit. And like I said before, there is no way this new head coach, Maresca, is going to intervene or get in the way of the club of making that happen. Chalobah and Gallagher are gone. Make your peace with that now. A striker, we've known for about 5 flipping eternities that we need a striker. So we'll see what happens there. And I do think that Osimhen can happen if Lukaku goes the other way, because Antonio Conte is about to join Napoli. So that's that. And the wingers, will it be Olise? And we do need a left winger here, because we are, I would say, neglecting the left-hand side. And I do believe that if we get a left winger, I think Sterling will be out the door. Takes off the wage bill. In terms of ability and what he can bring, I think we've already come to the conclusion that Sterling does wind us up a lot. And, is he replaceable? Yeah, I think so. With a player that's going to be on a much lower salary, I think that's what Chelsea are going to want to do. So I expect that. We'll see what happens. So that's that. Now, let's summarise. Enzo Maresca's 5+ 1 year contract. Here's what impressed Chelsea and what made them excited for him. Conversations were super positive. Loved his ideas. Obsession with possession. Wants to control the game. And he's a modern, dynamic manager. Fits the bill. So, let me show you this as well. There's one little bit that Ben Jacobs has just put out. Positive talks in Marbella today between Chelsea and Enzo Maresca. Nothing officially signed as of early evening, but all close to being formalised. Maresca wants to leave Leicester on the right terms, especially with an exit ahead of pre-season and with several backroom staff expected to join him. Compensation package expected to be around 8 to 10 million. So, Enzo Maresca, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be the yes man that they're looking for. Enzo Maresca is going to be the coach on a footballing level that they're looking for. He ticks all the boxes, right? For what the board want, what the ownership want, he ticks all the boxes, right? This is where I stand now, right? And this is where we're going to end on this. This is a short but sweet video today. I'm going to welcome Enzo Maresca with open arms. Welcome to Chelsea. I will back Enzo Maresca all the way, 100%. Yeah, no concerns. I will be with him until the finish. I will not say a bad word about him throughout his entire tenure. I will pinpoint where I think he might go wrong, where I think he might, have an issue, or if he's done something wrong, I'll mention it. I'm not going to neglect that, of course. But you will not hear me say on this channel once, Maresca's got to go. Sack him. I'm not doing that this time. Nah. If all goes well and this club actually pulls off what I would deem a miracle, right? Then fair play. I will eat my words. Right? And you'll hear me come on here to say, Chelsea Football Club, fair play. You've nailed it. I will happily come on and say that. If they actually put it off with Enzo Maresca, we end up getting top 4, we win the Conference League, and then next season, we actually end up competing for the title. Not next season, the season after, you get what I mean. 25-26, basically. And we've got also, in between that, go and play the Club World Cup. So we'll see how we do there. But if we actually do all of that, I will put my hands up and go, Chelsea, you got it right. If it doesn't go right, if it goes wrong, like many people do have the concern that this is going to be an exact replica of the Sarri situation, even though Sarri won us a Europa League. But the Chelsea faithful weren't impressed. And it got pretty toxic at the bridge. And he had to deal with a lot of pressure. And he was dealing with goalkeepers that didn't want to come off. And he was doing all of that, right? We remember. If Maresca, like I've said yesterday, is thrown into the fire and he can't handle it and he's left to burn, oh, you best believe. At that point, you will hear me come on here and say that Winstanley and Stewart have to go immediately. End of story. They cannot get this one wrong. They're getting him a 5-year deal. Obviously 5 years because he's on a low salary. It works out 5 years, right, on a £4.2 million salary works out to 21 million. That's off the cuff, by the way. Quick maths. 21 million. Pochettino was on what? Was he on 9 million a year? Just on a 2-year deal, that's 18 million. So you see, they've given him a 5-year deal that they can afford to give him. And at the same time, they have also made it look like we're going all in on this guy. He is the man for the project. That's it, right? Fair enough. You have now backed yourselves into a corner. End of story. If this guy does not get Chelsea top 4, Conference League, and a good run in a cup, or we win a cup, but I would take top 4 and the Conference League, win it, we must. If we don't get that, I'm sorry. Winstanley Stewart, you failed. I am not lowering the expectation any lower than that. I can't. We're too far in. It's gone too long. If not, we're just going to keep kicking the can down the road. I ain't kicking any more cans. It's finished. This is the season. We get top 4. We win the Conference League. We do that, no problem. You've actually succeeded. If we don't, I don't care if we finish 5th. If we do not get top 4, done. Winstanley and Stewart, you failed. You're gone. Bye-bye. End of story. Because as far as I'm concerned, they should have gone with Poch. But they won't. Because they are yes men. Now, this is why I will wish Enzo the best. And I will back him all the way. I will back him all the way. Because I don't blame him for taking this job. He didn't ask to get this job. He's coming into this job. I hope he does well. I hope he smashes it. And I hope he succeeds. And like I said, brilliant. If he does, great. If he doesn't, no problem. This ain't on you. This is on them. That's how I am now. A to B, black and white, easy. So, good luck. let's wait and see what arises next season. But Enzo Maresca, I will be here. I'm backing you. Good luck. Welcome to Chelsea. No pressure. And I genuinely hope he does really well. I really do. So there we are. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow. I reckon, look, today was meant to be the day where I think it should have been. We got a here we go. So that is the day. Technically, we did get the here we go today. But the confirmation from the clubs, maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday. Anyway, I'll give you my reaction when it all comes out. And we'll keep up to date on what's going on elsewhere because other things are happening in the football world too. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Check out the socials on screen and in the description. And I'll see all of you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. In a bit. Take care and peace.